Hello, everyone, and welcome. My name is Roger, and this is your daily tarot map for Thursday, June 4th, 2015, using tarot to create the life you want. First off, a big thank you to everybody for liking these videos, for sharing them, for subscribing to my channel. I really appreciate your support. So today, we continue working with the Tarot of Northern Shadows, illustrated by Sylvia Gainsford with the companion book written by Rodway. And the three cards drawn randomly from the deck were the Three of Swords, the Five of Swords, and the Knight of Swords. So we have swords for all three of our cards today, and with those swords come challenges. Now our first card, the Three of Swords, is often a difficult card to see in a reading, as it typically represents heartache or some emotional pain of some kind. It may suggest the loss of a loved one, the ending of a friendship, or even the pain resulting from the treachery of others. When we consider this card, we always need to look at the surrounding cards for the nature of this emotional angst, and in this case, the cause appears to be a feeling of failure, self-doubt, betrayal, or being humiliated at the hands of others, as suggested by the second card in our draw, the Five of Swords. Now, the Five of Swords is a card of deception, trickery, backstabbing, and it often points to underhanded methods used to obtain a result. In other words, this is also the card of the bully. Now, I'm going to assume here that it's not you who's doing the backstabbing, and instead suggest that this might be something you're experiencing at the hands of others. Perhaps someone you trusted is engaged in this behavior, or maybe you've become aware of theft, lies, or deceit that directly affects you or the people around you. So, what to do? Well, the cards seem to be telling us to charge in using the energy of the Knight of Swords. The Knight of Swords is, after all, the righter of wrongs, the defender of justice, the seeker of truth, the preserver of right values. Now, before we charge in swords raised, however, we need to ensure that engaging in this conflict is worth it and the right thing to do. What will be the price of that engagement? If somebody is truly being wronged and we can remedy the situation, by all means, we should. But we do need to first sit down and think carefully before taking any action, as our Knight of Swords can be a bit on the impulsive side. But if we do decide to take this issue head on, then the advice here is to charge straight into the situation or conflict and solve it swiftly and effectively. So, the message for these three cards is, Deepak Chopra said, passivity is the same thing as defending injustice. Sometimes taking on a bully is the best course of action. So today's advice card comes from the Chronicles of Destiny Fortune cards, and the card drawn randomly from the deck is number 17, the Shore of Trials. Okay, I promise, I really did choose this card randomly, but it certainly does support the theme of our reading quite nicely. The Shore of, well, maybe not nicely, but the Shore of our Trials, the Shore of Trials represents difficulties, challenging times, upheavals, and stressful situations, all of which we've seen in our cards for today. The real question is, how do we react to these situations? Do we lie back and allow things to get the best of us, or do we charge in gung-ho like the Knight of Swords? Now, as always, we do have to carefully choose our battles. I mean, there is a time for passivity and a time for action. Is this perhaps the time for action? And that is your daily tarot map for today. If you liked this video, I really appreciate it if you'd click the like button below. And also feel free to visit my website at tarot-dude.com to learn more about my work. And that's it. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll talk to you again tomorrow. Brightest blessings.